Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Juan Cristales here, man. I got an awesome update on this 401 MLK duplex that we're doing. Ground up new construction. If that's something that interests you, please hang on. Check this out. Now, one of the top three objections that I get from people is that I don't have time. And I totally understand that. But check this out. We've been in California for the last 3 weeks. We're still out here in California. Tomorrow is the 19th. We're going to be headed back, June 19th of 2025. We're finally headed back. We haven't seen a lot of this stuff. The last time I was at this project, we just had the wood from the framing that was up. Okay, now we've passed a few inspections. The thermal barrier inspection, which is basically just the house wrap, ensuring that that thermal barrier is put up. The second thing is the windows. The windows have to pass a certain inspection that the framers already know how to do. That's their responsibility. The roof needs to be inspected, depending on where you are. If you're closer to coastal cities, they're definitely going to want to come out and take a look at all this stuff for the roof. And then the electrician is past his inspection. This is now we're moving into the inside of the property, believe it or not. So the rough-in inspection. So the electrician is past his inspection. All the stuff that's on the inside, all the plugs, all the switches, where all they're going to be going. The air conditioning, how that electrician connects to the air conditioning service, that has to be inspected. The plumber has also passed his inspection. His inspection is going to be all of the wastewater, and then you have air vents here. You see all these pipes and stuff like that that are out here. That's part of his responsibility to ensure that that gets done. The next one that we have is the air conditioning inspection, and then after that, we have the framing inspection. So why is the framing inspection passed all of these other MEPs, the MEPs being the mechanical, air conditioning, electrical, and plumbing? Why? Well, what happens is you make holes, right? The electricians make holes through the 2x4s, the studs are on the walls. They're making holes, the plumber's making holes. But once all of those holes are made, the city inspector wants to come out and still inspect the framing to ensure that the structure is still sound, that it's going to have structural integrity, that's not going to be dilapidated in a couple of few years or whatever because of all the holes that were made from the electrician and the plumber. The air conditioning guy typically doesn't do any holes. If he does, they're very, very minor type stuff, okay? So that's the reason why the framing inspection goes after all the MEP inspections get done. So that's what we're going to be doing next. So I'm going to show you a quick update here. I'm going to show you some family pictures of the stuff that we've been doing while we've been out here in California. So check this out. One of the other things that we got done today was the termite treatment. The termite treatment, you see this green stuff that's here 36 inches above. That is called BoraCare. That's a BoraCare treatment. It's a very great method of treating for termites. This is a requirement by the city. It's a requirement for builders. It doesn't cost very much. It's like $1,000 or something like that for this entire structure. It's a duplex, so it's $1,000 to get this entire thing done. Now, you can do it at a different time. You can do it when the footings for the foundation are being done, but it's kind of weird because you have to coordinate when the foundation guys are there and then the BoraCare treatment or the termite treatment guys have to come out because they're not going to use BoraCare. They're going to use something totally different. They're going to treat the ground and stuff like that. They're going to put chemicals. It's weird. It's weird because you have to like coordinate it right exactly at the same time because the foundation guys are digging ditches. They want to put the cables and all the other stuff in, but they have to take a operational pause, right? So that the treatment can be done and then come back out and finish that off. So it's just kind of weird. This is the reason why I like using this system, the BoraCare, because it doesn't matter. It's like at any point in time, once the plumbers and electricians, like you can just get out there and spray whenever these guys are available. The framing is up, the siding is up. We can schedule the BoraCare guys whenever they have freedom to come out and do it. There's a visual, like actual, you can see it. We're going to get a report from these guys that we're going to be sending out to the city to ensure that they see and approve, like, okay, cool, the BoraCare treatment got done. We've been treated for that. The termite treatment is done, and then we can also pass that on to the buyer or the end consumer and eventually the bank if they ask for it. So just a couple of few other pictures here of the BoraCare treatment that got done. If you notice, not all of the walls are done. They're doing primarily the wet areas. These animals, these critters, these bugs, they really like the moisture. It doesn't matter what kind of moisture it is. They're drawn to it. Water, that's where they feed off of, and they just keep, chewing stuff up. So we want the base plates, which are already treated anyways. It's a requirement by code for these to be treated, but this is another chemical that also gets put on top of that. And then these ones are treated 36 inches up as well. So here is the exterior of the property. It's looking good. We have all the siding up. It's looking fantastic. Look at this. It looks amazing. Very, very cool. We are moving along. Now, I apologize if this bothers you, but we also took the family to Universal Studios. This was before, we bought the tickets before we knew that there was going to be some sort of a riot in LA, but we were driving past this on the way back out. So we were leaving Universal Studios when we were getting pictures of this craziness stuff. These people are absolutely out of their minds. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, and here's the basic reasoning behind it. See, I wasn't born in the United States, and I'm grateful to the United States, and as my heritage is my heritage, right? I speak Spanish, and but like at the same time, I'm not gonna be like, throwing my Salvadorian flag out there. Like, this is the United States. I became a naturalized citizen. And something that I think that a lot of people don't understand is that when you become a citizen of the United States, you have to take an oath of citizenship. In that oath of citizenship, you denounce your former country, and you state that you would be willing to take up arms against that former country if the United States asked you to. A lot of people don't know that because, I think that people take for granted the fact that they're born in the United States, and they're just like, whatever, they just don't like this country for whatever reason. But I'm telling you that this country is the most amazing country in the world, and there's no other place that I could probably do all the stuff that I'm doing right now. Building duplexes, have all the rentals that we have, like all the stuff that we have. It's just incredible. It's by the grace of God, number one, but number two, like, the United States has definitely given us that opportunity. But we were there in the middle of this craziness. We just drove by it. We weren't in the middle of it. Let me take that back. We were just driving past this. This is late in the afternoon. It didn't get crazy till later on, but thank God we were just out of there. Anyways, now to some pictures here of what we got going on. This is at Legoland here near Oceanside. Here's all my kids. They're all, the banana, the rabbits, they're all in there. Here's the baby, Judah. I'm going to show you a quick video. All right, here's this quick video. Doing this dancing thing. We got I have no idea what you did. This little boy loves to dance, man, and I'm telling you, I'm super, super proud dad. But anyways, guys, that's all the updates I got for you today. Thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you guys again soon.